I learned a truth about my wife's past, and it ruined our marriage.
No, you should have lied.
I am a 27-year-old male, and my wife, Addison, is 26. We started dating 6 years ago, married for 4 years, and have 2 children together, a 4-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old son. By the way, this comes from Moist Bookkeeper 7565. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKstorytime subreddit. So our relationship has always been great. Well, we have a serious connection on many levels. I honestly feel like it's meaningful and filled with love and adoration for each other. My friends and family love her, and her friends and family love me. So cute. We all get along and have a great time together, to the point where we went on vacation with her friends, and when we started our family, her friends made sure to continue being close with us, even including our kids. This means a lot to me because I know having children can sometimes strain friendships. I personally know of people who have children and their friends distance themselves from them, but luckily that wasn't the case for us. Our relationship has always been strong, and we have great communication and chemistry. Everything is perfect.
For now.
When our children were born, I took off work and stayed home, making sure that aside from breastfeeding, I took care of our children, not letting her lift a finger so she could focus on healing and adjusting to motherhood. She has thanked me for everything I've done during and after both pregnancies, telling everyone how lucky she is and that I am a great father. Again, nothing could go wrong. I never hesitate to brag about how wonderful a mother she is and how I'm lucky to be her husband. I say all this to show just how happy and loving our relationship is. About 3 months into dating, we were hanging out with her friends Ethan, Brian, and Sarah when we decided to play Never Have I Ever. Long story short, I ended up finding out she had been in a menage. She was friends with a girl named Brittany who was in an open relationship with a guy named Sam. I guess at some point they had arranged to have. The couples had a small get-together and invited Addison, Ethan, Brian, and Sarah. And at some point in the night, she ended up having the menage with Sam, Brittany, while Ethan, Brian, and Sarah were in the living room. They all ended up crashing at Brittany's and Sam's place, leaving the next morning. And honestly, I found it a little weird that she invited her friends to have that little group adventure. When I asked why she invited them to go with her, she said she didn't want to be alone. Other than that, it didn't bother me. Everybody has a past, and I knew she had previous relationships before me, so it wasn't a big deal at the time. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this is not a problem right now as long as it wasn't overlapping with the...
Yeah. Hey, everyone
Everyone has
had
a past. You know?
Everyone has a past.
That's not them now.
That's not them now. Someone could do that and settle down.
It's true. You can do a lot before settling down.
You could paraglide before settling down.
And Sophia, to answer your question, you're like, how did they just do that? It's like, it's never have I ever. It's probably never have I ever had a,
I honestly didn't think anything of it after that night, completely forgetting about it altogether over the years. Well, 2 weeks ago, my wife and her friends were all drinking, hanging out together when Brian wastedly brought up the fact that he saw Sam the other day. He made a comment about how he would have found it awkward to sleep with somebody in an open relationship, which caught me off guard because I knew about the years ago. However, he implied she hooked up with him outside of the menage. Later that night when we were alone, I asked her what exactly Brian meant by that, and she ended up telling me that after the menage, she continued to sleep with just Sam multiple times. She said she couldn't stand talking to him to the point where she wanted to hit him on multiple occasions. She said she didn't like him as a person. She would just go to his house, sleep with him, and leave afterward. It was purely some booty calling. I asked her when the last time she slept with him was, and she told me it was about 2 weeks before she met me. So no overlap.
Okay.
I don't know if there's an issue.
Not understanding the problem.
I mean, I think if there is a problem here, the problem is that
She didn't tell him that she's still friends with this guy, but had passed.
Yeah. Which I think, honestly, is
not cool.
It's not cool. Like, it's not terrible, but it's also like...
it's not cool.
Yeah. I mean, they're hanging out with Sam, right? I'm surprised that it didn't...
Which is maybe why it's not... Like, OP is maybe kind of shocked by this news. If this is all it is, this is not at all... marriage ruining things.
I don't know if it's marriage ruining, but I'm like, why didn't she say?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Yeah, there would be a little bit of trust that you would have to, work back.
Yeah. She explained that she was at a point in her life where she didn't care about herself or what happened to her, and that after we started dating, she cut all contact with him. She has only been with me since. I do believe her, but ever since she told me this, I can't see her the same. I understand everyone has a spicy sleep past, and I've had my fair share of relationships, but she's had other relationships before me. But knowing my wife was just some guy's booty call and she was okay being used by someone like a piece of meat has really affected how I view her in our relationship. I'm not upset that she slept with people before me, but those were relationships where she had some kind of connection or feelings involved. This was a situation where she was sleeping with someone that she admitted she couldn't tolerate. It was just about the physical act. Knowing she gave herself to someone, offering herself to him on a platter.
That's so weird.
I
This
hate
is so
purity
weird.
culture. I hate
Makes
it.
me question our marriage and entire relationship up to this
Why?
point. Our entire relationship, we have always been very flirtatious and spicy sleepily with each other and physically affectionate. We would sleep together 5 times a week. And when she would bend over, I would playfully smack
What
her
is this
booty.
story?
Or if I was standing behind her, she would lightly push her booty up against me and give me a wink, among other things.
Where do you think she learned those things, my guy?
But after finding out about this, we have completely stopped sleeping together, and the flirting and physical affection are not existent. I mean, it
Oh
seems
my
like on
God.
your
end.
seems like it's on your end.
This is so dumb.
This may
It's
be a
so-
OK Storytime community member, I think. OP, our brother in OK Storytime, Christ.
This is something that you need to work through.
This is something you need to work
not your
through.
wife's problem. The burden is put on the
And you know-
women.
You know, maybe you grew up in a religious family and you're trying to get past that religious trauma. And you know what? Here in OK Storytime, we're here to help.
We're here to help,
And-
and I want you to go to therapy.
And that's how we're here to help. We're saying go to therapy.
Go to therapy because
We're here to help you get help.
This is not an appropriate reaction to have towards your wife
No.
who has been in a committed relationship with you for years without any infidelity.
Yep.
These were relationships that she had prior to your relationship. She's an adult woman who had consensual relationships regardless of how she felt about the person. And therefore, it is not your right to judge
Yeah.
her for these relationships.
At this point, we even shower separately. She has tried to do things that we've always done in a relationship, but I told her I'm not comfortable with doing those things anymore, and I need time to think. I shouldn't make him sound like that. We still watch movies with our children every night before we put them to bed, and we have made sure to continue having family time, but we've gone from being in an affectionate adult relationship to being best friends who have children together. I don't know if I'll be able to go back to how it was before. I haven't brought it up, but I've had thoughts of divorce. I love her more than anything. She's a great mother to my children and an amazing woman. I don't want to break our perfect little family apart, but knowing she was able to freely give herself to someone makes me feel like what we have isn't as special as I thought it was, that our connection feels meaningless now. She told me that I am special and that I do mean something to her, but I don't believe her. And I'm not sure what to do or how to get over this and accept it. I don't want a divorce, but if I'm unable to move past this, that's exactly where we are headed. For anyone asking, no, I have not met Sam or Brittany. Those are the people that she had with. She stopped being friends with them right before she met me for reasons I'm not aware of. Sam and Brittany are still together. Also, one thing that doesn't make sense to me is that she invited her friends to go with her because she didn't want to be alone. What if she really didn't care about herself or what happened to her at the time? Why was she worried about being alone? By the way, you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app and search OK Storytime. There's more to this story, and we're going to dive right into it. But oh my God.
It seems like you might be from a religious background, and I think that you need to work through, again, the feelings that your wife is somehow lesser for having a spicy sleep background.
Or your relationship
is
is lesser.
I think that you have to realize that many different people have many different relationships with spicy sleep, and that does not discredit a romantic relationship regardless of their past. For example, like a lot of people view spicy sleep as something that can only happen in marriage or something that can only happen with a committed partner that they have romantic feelings for. And some people separate spicy sleep as an act from romance. And none of those are any less valid or make a relationship any less valid as long as there is no infidelity.
But we got more to this story. She's bi, I've known this since first meeting her, and to anyone wondering, yes, it would still make me feel the same if she did this with another woman. The gender of the person doesn't change my feelings about it. The biggest issue is, how is what we have special if she's just going to give herself to someone like it was nothing? Please don't attack my wife. Everyone has their own
I don't think anyone's.
personal
We're
views
not attacking her
and
wife.
beliefs about this type of thing. I'm just really needing non-biased advice on how I can fix this and save my marriage. If you are uncertain about, is this special? I mean, look at the life that you guys created together. Look, she has children with you. She's only being with you. She dropped these other people to be with you. She has stayed faithful to you. Like, if that isn't something that makes you feel like she's choosing you, I'm not sure what her past has anything to do with it. She's choosing you now.
Mm-hmm.
But we got comments. Wow. This is a lot. The issue I have is that she didn't owe you her spicy sleep history unless it came with her having kids with someone else before you, or if she had an STI she could expose you to. You act like she no longer is the same woman you love because you know she had casual spicy sleep with someone before you met, or like she has no value or morals as a person because she was at a low point in her life and had low self-esteem before she met you. It's probably why she even gave someone as immature as you a chance with her. The statement that you can't believe your wife just gave herself to some guy shows that you feel some ownership over her, or you feel her behavior reflects poorly on you. This just seems like it's all about your ego. The whole reaction you're having is pretty crappy. You're pulling away from her because you have new information about her spicy sleep past that was really none of your business. Do you hear how this sounds? Did you tell her about every woman you dated or had spicy sleep with, or why when you met her? Why does it matter anyway? The only thing that is your business or matters at all is anything that happened after you two were together. You have kids with her, bro. You say your marriage was great before this, so either go to marriage counselor or deal with your feelings and work it out with her, or get over it. This is your problem. Get your head out of your butt. Think about how your immature behavior is affecting your kids and wife. Seek help for your full tunnel vision and pray your wife forgives you for the alienation of affection, which is a legal term and a good reason for a divorce. She doesn't need to apologize for something she did before she met you, and you have no right to judge her for her past. I mean, you're acting like she was a streetwalker who serviced hundreds. This is the mother of your kids. You're just supposed to love and support her. Get over yourself and grow the F up. Just get back to looking to the future and forget the past. The one thing I would say is like, oh, you're not entitled to someone's spicy sleep history. I think like you should be open and forthright with your past to people so nothing comes as a surprise. There's just one thing I disagree with. It's like, oh, you don't owe your partner your spicy sleep history. I would say like if it comes up, be honest and forthright. But we got a little bit more to this story. You're supposed to love her and support her. Get over yourself and grow the F up. Just get back to looking to the future and forget the past. It really doesn't matter. What matters is being a good father and husband to your family. She has been a good wife to you based on your account, and you are so in the wrong for your behavior towards her. Start groveling if you want to save this marriage. And we do have a reply from OP. I don't expect an apology from her, and I don't expect her to feel bad or remorseful for what she has done in her past. That's her business and something she has to live with. However, she may do so. I never asked her about her past. The only question I asked was, why bring your friends after she already told me what happened? It's not an ego thing because I know she's had partners in the past and I've had my fair share, though I may not have worded it correctly. But when I said she gave herself to someone, it's not because I feel ownership over it. It's because she didn't love herself enough to respect herself enough, wherever it may be, to not give herself to someone she admits to not being able to tolerate. If it was the same situation, but she would have had some friendship with him, or at least someone she was able to tolerate, I wouldn't be upset about it. It has nothing to do with spicy sleep itself. So it sounds, it's like, I'm mad my wife had
A
low
point.
self-esteem.
Yeah.
You're
And also, I mean,
about that?
someone earlier said, you know, he's totally disregarding that she said that she was in a not
Really
great.
bad. Yeah.
But also, I don't even think that, like, it obviously matters, but I don't think it matters in terms of whether or not she was sleeping with someone she didn't really like. Regardless of the
If
situation.
I heard my
she-
partner was like, I had a real low point,
Yeah.
my reaction would be like, let me make sure that you
Yeah.
feel so good in yourself that that never
Absolutely.
happens again.
Yeah.
And his reaction is
It's
the
the opposite.
opposite. It's a fact that if she can have meaningless, spicy sleep with someone she doesn't even like, then what does that make me? How do I know our relationship
Makes you
means
your husband.
anything?
Because you've been
at
with her for years and you
all.
have
Again,
children.
I want to pull my hair out.
The spicy sleep itself isn't the issue. Not
It
being able to
is.
at least find someone you can hold a conversation with, that is the issue. Everyone has their own opinions on spicy sleep activity. And I personally don't think having spicy sleep with people is a problem, but just meaningless spicy sleep with people, you don't even like strikes me the wrong way, but thanks for insulting me and trying to belittle me because you have a different opinion. I wanted actual advice to help me learn and grow. I told her every single person I've been with before her because a person's spicy sleep past does in fact affect their ability to manage relationships. There are studies and statistics that back it up. Facts are facts as far as that goes. And I do love her now, and I still am thankful that she's the amazing mother she's always been. But if I knew this when I first met her, I never would have dated her. But it's too late now because I fell in love before finding all this out. And that's where this story ends.